Welcome, everybody. What is going on? We're here live again, man. These Wi-Fi has just been atrocious this last week. Never had issues streaming ever before until this week, and it is, trust me, it's one of the most frustrating things I've had to deal with here in a very, very long time. I honestly don't even know what to tell you guys anymore. Can't even make any excuses. It's just a huge pain. It is literally just a huge pain. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope. Come on, here we go. There we go. I'm seeing green ads. Back to red. Back to green. Back to green. All right. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. Smash those likes, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get rocking and rolling here. Should be good right now. Everything should be good. All right. Everybody coming in here, smash those likes. We're going to be covering Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general, just what is going on with crypto. Bitcoin has just obviously been taking off, but a lot of rumors of a crash coming, right? Lots of rumors of a crash coming, and people are definitely concerned. So as you come in here, let me prepare my chart here for you guys. Take a look right here. Oh man, got a bunch of stuff here. Let me move on over here. Go to the Bybit. Here it is. This is the one that I want to take a look at. As you guys can see, we haven't been at these levels since back in what is this? November 2021. November, October time frame is the last time we were in the 50 range, right? And as you can see here, bam, let me fix that point of control. So the range for November of 2021 was the value area high was 63,800. Value area low was 56, about 55.8, give or take. Point of control is at 57.34. And guess where we're at right now, guys? We're right back here at this point of control. Once again, you guys can't see it with my head in the way. We're back right here right now at this point of control. Right, and what happened at that point of control? It's been resistance right now, right? It's a little rejection. There's a wick to the upside here. There's a wick that we can jump down to the 4 hours. Come on, as you can see here in the 4 hours, right? This point of control has been rejection. We've come back down as low as the VWAP on the 4 hour. Come down to the VWAP, kind of tested out, having a little bit of a bounce off of that VWAP right now, but nonetheless, unless we can get above 57.3 and keep this momentum going, we're probably going to come back down at some point. That's what a lot of people are speculating, right? A lot of people are speculating that we're going to come back down a lot lower, and people are kind of freaking out about that. So I'm going to go over some details on why I don't think that's going to happen. But, stick with me here, guys, as we cover some of these levels. So going to be turning all these things off here. These trend lines. All right, so we literally just have a daily chart right now. And we're going to be doing some quick and simple TA here for this thing. So as you can see here, since August, right? Since August, you can see actually since October, right? October is where the uptrend really started. So you guys can see here, we've been in a massive upward consolidation trend right through here. So since October, that's when the pump really started to take off, right? That's where we came up, we started riding above this trend line, and we just kept rocking and rolling. As you can see here, we can also throw on the GC bands, right? Very simple, very good at analyzing bullish momentum versus bearish momentum. As you can see, we also had, let me turn off the GC here for a second. You can see that back in October of 2022 or 2023, I'm sorry, is when we had the ribbons, not the ribbons, but the EMAs flip to the bullish side, right? Look at this, right? Before then, we were bearish, right? All of August all the way up to October, the 20 was the lowest, right? When you flip, so the red line that you see here is the 20, the orange is the 50, and then I forget what it's the 100 and the 200, right? The dark blue is the 200. Everything was inverted, right? So we had the 20 at the bottom and we had the 200 at the top. Back in October, everything flipped back over, the 20s at the top and the 200s at the bottom, indicated by this blue line. And since then, we've been riding up above the 20. We've dipped below it when we dipped down to 39. And then we've been back above the 20 this whole entire EMA, this whole entire time, along with this trend line here. You can see that you can turn on the GC and then boom, this is just bullish momentum since then, right? Another thing that I want to show you guys here is, could we come down, right? Sure, we can come back down to retest this 20, right? Down here at 50,000, give or take. We can even come down here to the 50 and retest for that 46,000. Now, does that make us bullish or bearish? Let's keep looking back over here at some historical levels, right? So if we take a range of this entire time frame that we were up here in the 50s, let me see, 50s, right? 50s, this entire movement up here put us in this range here. That's not the range that I want. Let me turn this range off. I want to capture more of the upper part of this range here. So that we had such a massive consolidation down here that this is going to be extremely supportive right here, because we're above these lines right here. So let me take this range off and let me just focus on the December range, or the November range, I should say. So as you can see here, let me see, hold on, let me zoom in here a little bit so I can see this better. So October 2021 all the way to November 31st, there you go. You got that range. Bam. Give me a second here. We get this lined up. Boom. Boom. Point of control. 61,000. Right. That's the range for October 2021 on the way up. Have we entered that? Yes, we've entered that. So if you look at that right there, it's like, hey, man, that's extremely bullish. Right. We can just continue moving on up from here all the way up to that point of control. But there's also the November range that's right below it, right behind it. So I'm going to do something here a little different. I'm going to try to get the entire quarter 3 or quarter 4 of 2021. See what that range looks like. So let me turn this off. Right, we already know what that parallel looks like. And let me get October 1st, which is when quarter 3 starts. Quarter 4, I mean, sorry. Where is October 1st? Come on. I need a... There you go. October 1st. All the way to December. Look at this massive range from quarter 3, right? So this other range here. Another point of control right here. This gives us a different story. All right, so I'm gonna be showing you how these ranges overlap a little bit and what we're looking at overall, guys. Drop your questions. I'll answer all your questions in the chat. I'm just gonna go over through some Bitcoin TA here on what we're going around. Are we gonna see this crash? Or are we gonna see this dump? And outside of the TA, the fundamentals are showing that we're not. Guys, tap that screen, hit those likes. Let's get 5,000 likes in here. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Let me see. Where is the chat for? Okay, I don't seem to see the chat for the YouTubes. Guys, smash those likes, hit that subscribe if you're not already. If you want to watch on YouTube with a better layout, definitely go on over to YouTube, Blockchain Crusader on YouTube. I'm live over there. You can find the link in my bio. Smash those likes, hit that subscribe, guys. All right, so trying to get as many watch hours over on YouTube as possible. So then let's also get the range for November. This is going to get a little dirty here, right? But let's get the November range, which is very important as well. And we're right there. So the November range, let me get rid of these. I want to get rid of the blue zone. Where's the settings for the blue zone? Parallel channel, give me the settings. Nope. Okay, I'm not going to waste time on that. And then let's get the point of control. Bam. All right. So where are we right now? All right. Overall, we broke into this Q4 range for 2021, right? As you can see back here in January, we jumped into it. We hit 48,000. We got rejected. We came all the way down to our trend line, right, at 39,000. You guys might not be able to see that right now. Okay, and move it over for you guys. We came all the way up here to the point of control perfectly of this Q4 2021 range. We got rejected, came back to the trend line, pumped off the trend line, broke back above, and since then we've been nothing but we melted right through that point of control, consolidated up here a little bit, and kept moving on. So where are we at right now? Well, we are inside of this November range, which is more narrow than the December range. The December range is more wide. You can bring me the food whenever it's ready. Oh, okay. So right now we're hitting the point of control for November, right? We're hitting this point of control here for November. As you can see, I can zoom in here for you guys. All right, we're hitting this point of control. We're getting some resistance here. Levels of support, 55,440 has to hold. If not, we're going to come back down to 54,897. This is the little zone that we need to hold. We need to hold above this zone and get above this point of control. Once we get above this point of control, the next target is going to be 60,390, which is the value area high for the range back in November. Once we get above that range, right, we have a point of control of 61,200. That's going to be another point of resistance. And then above that, we all the way up to 63,000. There isn't much else left between 61 and 63. And then the next target up here would be about 65, which we're reaching the all-time high zone at that point. So those are the targets. If we lose this zone, right, if we lose this zone right here that I'm talking about, then we're probably going to be heading back down. Let me turn back on my multi-frame. Let me jump down to the 4 hours so you can see it. We're probably going to be coming back down and testing the VWAP. Well, actually, you can't see that on the daily anyway, so irrelevant. We're probably going to come back down to test the 20 EMA, right, wherever that is. So we can come down as far as 50,000, even back down to this point of control. Because look, when we broke above this point of control right here back in 47,000, things were overbought. You can see overbought, right? This orange square over here indicates red bot. We got a red dot. Yeah, we kept going. We kept going. We never actually came back to this point of control and retested it. We just blasted right through it. We tapped it over here. We came down, and then we just blasted right through it, never retested this. So we can come down as low as 47,900, and things will still be very bullish, right? We would still be in our uptrend. We would come down and test the 50 EMA and continue moving up, so that we can still see a drop of about, from where we're at right now, 16% to 16, 17%, give or take, which lines up with what everyone is expecting of about a 20% drop before the halving, right? But we just never really know if that's going to happen or not. Things are very different now, and I'm going to explain this to you on why things are different now. Even though people hate this term, famous last words, this time is different. It actually really is. All right, so if we can jump over here If you guys haven't seen this project, this NFT project on Cardano, definitely go check them out. Super bullish on them. Literally is craft beer on NFTs, and they're literally partnering up and working with breweries in real life around the nation, and you're going to be getting all kinds of benefits. I actually know the founder of this project personally, so very bullish on that in general. All right, so let's jump over here. Oh, wait, let's not start there. Let's start here, right? The outflows for, the outflows for GBTC, which is Grayscale, right? They've been selling the most Bitcoin, has been steadily decreasing since January, steadily decreasing, massively decreasing, which is extremely bullish, right? A lot of less selling pressure. All right, let's ignore this. Cocky and you powering up here. You know, if you know, you know, right? Liquidations happening for people that are trying to short the market. Everybody is so excited about shorting this thing, but unfortunately, things are different, right? Bitcoin ETFs have accumulated 294,385 Bitcoin in just 31 days of trading. We also have a whale here buying 1.2 thousand Bitcoin. This is going to be what Bitcoin looks like when it crosses that 60,000, baby. Just right through there. All right, we have Michael Saylor up at basically $5 billion in profit. But where I'm trying to get at, we got this Mr. 100 buying literally, this is an address that is buying up 100 Bitcoin per transaction that he does. And he did 4 of those transactions today, right? And we're only producing 900 Bitcoin daily from the mining. So he's literally buying almost half of the mining supply in just one day. Then we scroll back down here. We got BlackRock, right? We got BlackRock's market value crossing $7 billion. So they're going in heavy with the ETF. But let's get to the good stuff right here. Look at this volume, right? BTC ETF trading volume over 3.24 billion today, right? Which this was about a day or two ago. BlackRock is at 1.3 billion, so they're buying the most. Grayscale's at 843 mil. Fidelity, everyone else are a little bit lower, give or take, right? So their traded volume is over 1 billion, for BlackRock, the IBT Grayscale. And then let's keep going down here, see what else is happening with Bitcoin that are fundamentally different this time. Let's keep scrolling. No, this is not. Obviously, we got a bunch of inscriptions happening on Bitcoin, which is increasing volume. So that's good for the miners. Let's keep scrolling. Where is my other? Yeah, so like, look at this. The US Bitcoin ETFs, right? The number of Bitcoins bought. Week 1, 16,000. Week 2, 11,000. Week 3, we had that dump. We crashed down to 38. We had 10,000 Bitcoin being sold, right? So we were negative on the pressure. There was more selling than buying. Week 4, 18,000 was bought. 36,000 the week 5. Week 6, 44,000. Week 7 is 11,000. This is the week that we're currently on, or we just passed. And then let's come on over here to this other post about Bitcoin that I've talked about it a few times here, but I think it's a very important post to keep an eye on. This post right here, right? 272,000 Bitcoin in the last 28 days have been bought by the ETFs. Only 167,000 have been sold by Grayscale, and like I showed you earlier, right? That is diminishing. That is going and getting smaller. Only 25,200 Bitcoin are being mined, and in less than 60 days, this number right here is going to be cut in half. So it's extremely bullish right now for these ETFs to be buying up Bitcoin. They're buying up Bitcoin, and they're different than retail. They're not just here. Everyone has this massive conspiracy theory that they're here to just wreck absolutely everybody. What's going on, Jen? I see you over here on YouTube. Says, hey, sir, I really like your YouTube videos. Big respect. Thank you so much. Cocky Inu is going to the moon. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. But back to the institutions. Everyone's so afraid of the institutions coming in and that they're going to wreck everybody. And yes, that is a possibility, but it's a lot less likely than what people really think, because I got to take a sip of water here. It's a lot less likely because these ETFs are going into pension funds. These ETFs are going into retirement plans. We're seeing massive exodus from the stock market, right? We're seeing the Walton family. We're seeing big tech like Zuckerberg, Bezos, all these people selling a lot of Bitcoin. I mean, not Bitcoin, selling a lot of their stocks, right? And yet Bitcoin is pumping. Even though the stock market isn't looking great, even though the dollar is looking like trash, even though the world economy is terrible, what is pumping? Bitcoin. And I believe that big people that are very smart, that have a lot more resources than you and I to get a lot better information than you and I ever can, are looking at this thing and saying, where can I park my money to not just guarantee, but to outperform the rest of the market? People that have been holding 1 to 2% of their entire portfolios in Bitcoin alone, and the rest 98 to 99% in cash, have been outperforming the S&P 500, right? They're outperforming the stock market. And if you can outperform the stock market, everybody in the stock market is hoping to get 6 to 8% returns year over year. Bitcoin is doing way more than that on average. So why wouldn't they start diverging over into Bitcoin? And now with the ETFs, right, they have blessed Bitcoin. They have given their blessing. Bitcoin is an asset that is here to stay, and they're looking to expand into the Ethereum ETF. They're looking to expand into other ETFs as well. So in general, they're very bullish, and I think that they're going to be here long term. They're making long term plays because they know the dollar's going down, they know the dollar's in trouble, and they need something that can recover faster. Even if there's a black swan event, even if there's a crash in the market, Bitcoin can recover way faster than anything else in the stock market. We saw it in the last stock market crash back in 2020, right? When everything dumped, yes, Bitcoin crashed too, but Bitcoin was making all-time highs about a year later, while the stock market hadn't even began to really start recovering just yet. So once again, even if there is a black swan event, I believe these people understand that Bitcoin is going to outperform and out-recover absolutely everyone. Guys, I appreciate all the follows. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys following. Solnick coin is fire. I don't know anything about Solnick. Look at MAGA Trump and baby Trump coins. Dude, the Trump tokens are pumping. And I expect them to continue pumping as the elections year continues to go through. Is it safe to say 50% chance is going up? That's the safest bet, right? 50-50. With 50% up, 50% down, we just don't know. Right? We just don't know. Talking about 50% or whatever, Ethereum Foundation announced that they have the date clarified for the major Bitcoin decon update, which is good. Bitcoin ordinals are trading is surging with just 2 months away, surging with the having just 2 months away. So there's a lot of trading volume happening with Bitcoin ordinals. Bitcoin in general is very, very bullish because of the ecosystem that is building, right? If we look at CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin's ecosystem is pumping. Let me just go over here. Come on. Ay, coño. Come on. Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin's ecosystem? Look at this thing. Bitcoin's ecosystem is doing very, very well. There's Ords doing really well. Some of these are just here because they are, but they're truly not really doing anything. Alex Lab doing really well in the last 30 days, up 38%. What else? Where is Track? Look at this thing. This thing has been blasting off. Another one that I've been looking to buy a dip on. Up 52% in the last 7 days, 29% in just today alone. Let's see, where is the other one? RDS. Thank you. That's fine. Overall, since a lot of people are priced out of Bitcoin, they're all flooding into if they're gonna do anything in Bitcoin, you're gonna have to do it in the Bitcoin ecosystem to be able to get some massive returns. And that's where people are flooding into, because institutions are already giving you the blessing with Bitcoin in general. So therefore, it is what it is. That's where it's go. Which indicator is this? Let me jump back over. These are just ranges, things that I've been pulling. The only indicators I use is Chart Prime, Market Cipher, and then obviously I use the GC bands, right? The GC bands, but I don't use them all the time. And then the EMAs. Those are Those are the indicators that I use. Let's look at some of the other. Let's look at Cockinu here. I dropped my video talking about Cockinu. Cockinu is blasting off, looking very, very good here. Looked like it was gonna have some issues, but you know, it's actually doing really well. It's coming back up. It's up at 135. It's up 14% just today. Let's go, cock-a-doo-to-doo. That's what I'm talking about. I think Cockinu is the only meme coin I've ever been bullish on, and this thing I truly do believe is headed towards $1 billion market cap. Guys, if you want to watch the show, go over to YouTube, click on the link, and jump on over there. Greatly appreciate every single one of you guys showing up. Let's take a look at LCX. Let's see how LCX is doing. So LCX, like I've been telling you guys, here it is, right? You can see how we have not been able to break above this downward pressure. We got rejected at the 25-cent level. We tried to break above it. We got rejected. Now we're sitting right at the 23-cent level. This thing is looking very bearish right now. Let me see money flows coming down, momentum waves coming down. Let me extend this out a little bit so I can see this a little bit better. Chart prime coming towards the bottom end here. Yeah, if this doesn't hold, if we don't hold 23 cents, which it doesn't look like it's not looking too good, but if we don't hold this, if this line of support is not held, right, then we're coming down to 20 cents. We're coming down to 20 cents for LCX. You know, that's just what it is. It's had a huge run up. And now it's having a cool off period coming down to this is going to be the 100. We might have a bounce off the 100. I mean, off the 50 here at 22 cents. But with the level of downward pressure, I don't see that just yet. I see the 20 curling down. It's not looking too good for LCX right now unless we have a recovery here and we pump back up. Let me catch up here with the chat. I'll try to get to your comments here. How do you feel about Litecoin? Litecoin is one of those. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you. Litecoin is one of those that just, it's always gonna pump because of market history that it's been in. If you want, somebody's asking about render. If you want to know about render, go check out my render price prediction video. I cover everything good and bad about render over there. Right, you can check it out right over here. Posted it about 7 days ago. Go check it out. You'll have all the information there. So let's jump on over to let's see what render is at right now. Just since somebody just mentioned it, render right now is getting rejected at the $7.47. Next level support is $6.95. If that doesn't hold, then we're going to be coming back down to this 20 EMA, which is $6.31, give or take, by the time we come down there. So prepare yourself for that, which is a pullback of about 10%, 11%, maybe as down as 14% to that level of $6.12. You look at this blast off move. We've had a huge move for render here in the month of February. Let me see. Let me update. Oh, no. Let me update this range. So this range for February. All right. Now that we've updated this range, like I said, look at this. Lines up perfectly, right? We lose this right here. We're coming to this value area high of $6.36, which is right below, or I should say right above the 20 EMA. That's going to be the next target if we lose this $6.95 level for render, which, like I said, it's about a 10 to 11% drop here. And then we'll have to revisit those levels. If that doesn't hold, then we're potentially heading a lot lower. The point of control for this it's all the way down at $4.77. So very possible if $6.39 doesn't hold, that we could rotate this range to the downside, because we haven't retested anything. We've just had a massive range blast off to the upside and no real retest for render. So definitely keep that in mind. Let's check out Solana. Solana's been very easy, very simple here. We retested off $98, came back up this 109, right? This is a local high over here. It was resistance back here. Solana's been very simple, right? Local high back here, 109. This was resistance for a couple of days back here as well before we had that blast off to 116. We got rejected at 116, which was also the wick high, right? We got rejected there, came back, couldn't hold that support. We tried to hold the 109 as support, couldn't, came as far down as the point of control for January, which was $98, bounced off, and now we're once again hitting this same resistance of 109. We need to get above 109 to continue moving to the upside. If not, expect us to retest this 104, which is the next level of support here. And if that is lost, then we're heading back to this $98 price point. All right, let's jump into, let's look at ADA. I haven't looked at ADA in a while. Let's see. There's a bunch of drawings here. Let me get rid of all these drawings. So this is the range for, let me get rid of this trend line. This is no longer relevant. What range is this? This is the range for January. Let me fully update this range. Perfect. So as you guys can see, other very simple, very easy, straightforward chart here to follow as well. Cardano broke above the value area range high for January, which is 56 cents, right? We got above this weekly high here. This weekly support came as high as this previous price point here, 62 cents, has been massive resistance in all these price points, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. So it's tapped it 4 times. It came to it. We tapped it once again, got rejected, came back down close to this value area high, right above it at 56 cents, bounced off the 20 EMA, and now we're back up here at 62 right now. Can we get rejected here? Absolutely, especially if the market with Bitcoin starts coming down to the downside. Definitely isn't going to be looking too good for Cardano here. Could be coming back down to 56 or potentially lower depending on market structure conditions for with Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin to continue, if Bitcoin starts to dump, then it's probably going to head a lot lower. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, let's look at got a lot of levels here. Let me turn off 2023 PIVs, 2022. What does 2021 have? Okay. All right. So the last time we were at these price points was back in March of 2021. So let's get that range for March 2021. Or 2022, I should say. Sorry. Come on. There you go. Let's get the parallel. Okay, let's get the range for April. Come on, here we go. Come on. There you go. Here's the point of control. So we're not going to need this range. Let me actually delete this back here. Delete that. So right now we're right above this value area high, right? We're right above the value area high for the April range, right? So we could come back down to retest the value area high, which is literally just a few dollars down at $3,200.07. But where can we go much higher? Let me see some of these other higher price points. So the other local high here, this is a local high. The other local high is up here back in November, December time. So let me get November's range of 2021. Let me see. Where's November's range? There we go. November 1st. All the way to the 30th. Here we go. And then let's get the range for December, since December was coming down, just so we can see some targets, like where are things headed for Ethereum? What are the points of resistance? What are we to expect here? Go on, yo, come on. Here we go. Get the point of control. All right, let me zoom into these here. Let me line up these lines a little bit better. Okay, yeah, they're not that bad. Yeah, that's what I didn't want. Come on. Gonna have to delete this whole parallel, dude. I hate when that happens. All right, cool. So we got the November and December range. Come on, where are we? We're right here. So we got a local high right over here that we need to take a point on. So let's point this out right here. This local high. That's gonna be a contingency point for resistance. So right now we're sitting at 3,200. Right, we're sitting at 3,200. If we keep moving to the upside, the target is 35.17. 35.17 is the next point of resistance. It's the local high from back in 2022. We get above that, 3,700 puts us into the range for for November, or I should say for December of 2021, with a point of control up at $4,000. And then obviously the November range is a lot higher, but I'm not even going to cover that right now. So the next upper target is 3,500 for Ethereum. If not, we're heading back. If we break back into this range, the annual PIV of 2022 is nothing we need to hold. So this range between 3,080 and 3,041 is a range that we need to hold. Now we could potentially rotate this range completely back down and head down to 2,800 for Ethereum. All right, let's see. Oops. But yeah, guys, all right. Let me see. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. ICP, yeah. I'll do Quant and ICP here. Let's see, where are the charts at? ICP. ICP has been very simple. We've been tracking this one for a bit here. As you guys can see, when we came down, we bounced off the $12.42. We came back above the point of control for January. We're above that. There's these local highs that have been massive resistance here in the past, resistance here, which is $13.44. We need to get above this. But the ultimate goal, when you can become extremely bullish for ICP, is if we get above 1469, right? This is a range up here that we've wicked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times we've hit this thing, and we can't get above 1465 and actually close above a candle above it on the daily. So if we get above 1469, 1470, and actually close above there, that would be extreme. Oh snap! Didn't mean to move that. That would be extremely bullish for ICP. In the meanwhile, we don't get above that. This chopping zone, we can go all the way up to 1385, potentially even 1460 again. Come back down and just continue ranging. If we lose this support here at the 1288, then this support level here, which has been support previously, $12.39, 40 cents give or take, it needs to hold. If we lose that, then we're coming for the value area low of $11.81, which is possible. These retracements are possible if Bitcoin has retracement as well. Let's jump on over to Quant. I should have a chart on Quant. Yeah, I do right here. Quant's been another one that's been pretty easy to track as well. This is the range for January, right? We're still in that range, right? February's range. We had a double top back here, back at the beginning, mid-February, and we came back down as expected. Came as low as 102, which is basically the value area low for January. We found support. We jumped back up. There's literally a local high here that's been massive resistance even back here since December 23. Right, we've tapped it multiple times and it's been resistance. We came all the way up to it at 115, got rejected heavily, have this massive wick down. So I expect us to stay down here between 105 and 102. If we continue moving down to the upside, we need to get above 115 before we can start heading to this 118 and 122. Once we get above 122, then we can get extremely bullish again for a quant, and quants can start heading towards some higher levels here, because we came all the way up to 150 back in January or late December, I should say. And since then, we've been nothing but dropping down, making lower highs. See, like we had the local high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And now we're still down here in the lower high section. So quant needs to get above this 121, but realistically needs to get above this local level of 127 to create a new market structure and have a higher high and break out from the Omar with the cock in you. Let's freaking go. Cock-a-doo-to-doo. Let's freaking go, guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys in here. So that's the chart for quant. Appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes. Where do you see Turbo and Pepe for the halving coming up? I don't know about Pepe, right? Pepe's a meme coin. It's irrational. It can do anything. Turbo, if you're talking about Turbo for Sui, is that who you're talking about? The DEX on Sui Turbo? Or is that a different Turbo that you're talking about? I just got here. What did you say about Quant? This is the chart for Quant. Quant needs to get above the local high of 127 to go extremely bullish and create a new market structure where we're creating a higher high, because all we've been doing since we had that run up in December to 150 is lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and and more lower highs. So Quant needs to get above 127 to start looking bullish. Roman says, how do you think Cock would do this bull run? I think Cock Inu is bound for $1 billion market cap. Clay the Great Crusader, what's up, brother? What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Clay the Great, good to see you here, man. Just here chilling, covering some TA. Appreciate every single one of you guys jumping in here, saying what's up, hitting that subscribe, helping me get as many watch hours as possible over on the YouTubes, trying to get monetized, trying to go for that $3,000 watch hours. It's very difficult, let me tell you. Very, very difficult. Eating some fried rice. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Where are we at? Are we at 1,030 subs yet? Oh, we're not there yet. Cocking you. Having a little bit of a red candle, but we're having a move overall. Very bullish. Let's see. Any bullish news to cover? Polygon Whale makes large deposit to Binance. That's not good. At least it wants you to think. Crypto gaming firm Gala launches Gala Swap to exchange with token rewards. That's really bullish. Cardano unveils Plutus V3 development tool to empower creators. That's good. Arweave launches testnet. 4-day, $3.77 billion boost for meme coin sector led by Pepe. Ethereum Pepe leaps 36%, while Solana meme coin whiff and bonk rally. I'm telling you, if we have a meme coin frenzy here, Cockinu is getting ready to blast off. VeChain prepares for a major reveal impact. Ripple CTO to reveal Ripple's blockchain vision for 2024 at the upcoming ETH Denver event. That's the only reason why XRP is even moving right now. your thoughts on price prediction for Ords and Mint Layer. I'm actually going to be dropping some price predictions on both of those, so I'm not going to cover that here right now. I'm going to be actually making a dedicated video for those muds. Great question, I really appreciate it, and I'll be dropping those in on YouTube. So definitely stay up to date. Let's check out Balls. Let's go see how Balls is doing. Balls is another meme coin that came out after cocking on the AVAX ecosystem. Oh man, hasn't had the greatest recovery. It's been kind of down and out since its big launch. Hasn't really been doing too much. It's down at 163 mil market cap. Yeah, this thing's not doing very well at all. Let's check out Kimbo. Kimbo's the dog meme coin on AVAX. It's just still consolidating, still under 10 mil market cap, just consolidating sideways. Very, very bullish. Look at this bad boy, PNG. PNG, look at freaking PNG, bro. Look at this thing. I was telling you guys about PNG when we were down here at 7-8 cents. That this thing, that DEX tokens are not sexy, but they will move, they will pump. And look at this, bro. This thing's had a massive run. It's up currently 600%. That's a 7x right there. 600%. That's literally a 7x at its peak. Right at its peak, it was up literally almost a 9x. Almost a 9x. Huge move. PNG is gonna keep running. I'm so glad I packed my bags of PNG. This thing's been ripping. I wasn't able to scoop it up at the optimal low price, at the most I wanted, but I was able to scoop some up in the 20-cent area before the big blast off. What else? Sorry about that, guys. Just had a call coming in. Let's see the Joe token. Let's see how Joe's doing. Joe's the other DEX token on AVAX. Also had a nice little pump here since the 24th. Also up, let me see. Currently up 17%, which is really good from when I was talking about it. 17%. When at its peak was 25%. We got Ords, which is the DEX token, the Uniswap of Bitcoin, also up extremely. Very, very bullish on that as well. Just a lot of cryptos, man, have been really, really. What's the next coin to pump? We don't know. Nobody knows what the next coin is to pump, right? That's why you got to diversify into different sectors, right? You got to have some AI. You got to have some metaverse. You got to have some crypto gaming. You got to have some decentralized science. You got to have some DEX tokens. You got to have some layer ones. You got to have some layer twos. You got to have different sectors in your portfolio so that these things move in waves and they pump at different times. Muzz says, at this current market, like today, where would you invest 45,000 and how many would you hold for the bull run? How many would I hold? What's up, Cock family? What's going on, Boiling Crypto? What is going on? So yeah, that's a really good question, Muzz. So what I would do, right, if I had $45,000 and I was just getting into the market right now, I would wait for a dip, right? I would wait for a dip. Right, there's two strategies to this. It's either you wait for a dip and then you start buying up heavy on that dip, and with the understanding that you might have to dollar cost continue to. Either way, you're gonna have to dollar cost average, right? But I would wait for a dip with this massive amount of price appreciation. The only other strategy, which is a little riskier, is all right. The market's been ripping. You don't know if there's gonna be a pullback or not. Right? What would I do? I would, if I were to say, all right, I want to get in. I have FOMO. I don't want to miss out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to keep ripping to the upside or we're going to dump back down. Here's what I would do. I would buy a very small amount, right? Or in this example, there's using the example of $45,000. I would use a very small amount of that, maybe $5,000, maybe even up to 10, right? Even up to 10,000. And I would put that into the market right now, knowing that I still have $35,000 left that I'm going to use if there is a retracement to dollar cost average my positions down. That way, I have $10,000 worth at least of exposure of the market, or I've already missed a massive rally. I have the understanding that I could be buying a local top, right? But you never know, right? People thought we were at a top here and we kept going. People thought we were topping out over here and we kept going, right? People thought we were topping out over here and we kept going. So you just never know where the top is and you never know where the bottom's going to be, right? So if you have absolutely the need to, and you're saying, I'm not going to wait for any more dips because I don't know when they're going to happen and this thing just keeps ripping, rocking, and rolling, get some exposure, right? I would put in 10,000 into the market out to the more safer projects, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, the higher blue chip projects, and then have $35,000 sitting on the sideline as dry powder so that when we have these retracements down 20%, 15%, 30%, and the altcoins bleed out even more and Bitcoin drops, I have dry powder to be dollar cost averaging into those positions and growing my portfolio that way. That's what I would do. Or like the other way, hey, thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing, hitting that subscribe, and joining the Crusader Army. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. I would then the only other strategy is I would just have to sit on my hands, wait with the 45,000, know that I'm running the risk that this thing could keep rocking and rolling, right? And I could completely miss out, but I would wait for a dip and then start to dollar cost average at that position after the dip happened. But you run the risk of completely missing out and then it just keeps moving, right? Everybody waits. People that were, when we were at 16,000, people were waiting for that dip to start buying. And it never came, right? We went up. When we were at 20,000, people were like, "Oh, I'm not buying. We're coming back down to 16." When we were at 30, "Oh, I'm not buying. It's gonna come back to 20." And it's just been one of those things, right? Clay the Great, if you're advanced, you can set limit buy orders at low levels for possible dumps. Yep, you can absolutely do that. Clay the Great also says shorting the market and taking profits into side coins is nice. Make money on the downside, then on the bounce, the assets give going up in the value. For sure, that is a great strategy, but most people coming into the market don't have the skills to trade like that. They're definitely not longing or shorting. I believe that the grand majority of people are just dollar cost averaging and just looking for ways to try to grow a portfolio. Muzz, yeah, I appreciate it. If you want any more questions, you have any more, you need any more help, there's a link in the description of the video of the live stream, and there's a link here in the bio that takes you to my private Telegram where you can DM me, ask me any questions, and we can always chat. Mike Miller says Bitcoin dumping. Well, not right now. It's not right now. Right, it's lining up, and it's looking like we might. Right, we're here at some local resistance here. Right, 57,300. We could come back down to 56,000. Then with the next level, the next zone is between 56 to 55. That if that is lost, then we're probably going to come back down to this point of control. Not point of control. Sorry, this the 20 EMA line, which is down at 51,000, give or take. And if that is lost, or it could be heading as low as 47,900, which is going to bounce. It's going to be right around the same part of the 50 EMA, and will also be a local a test of a point of control from the range that we broke in. So, you know, a lot of people are looking for a Bitcoin to dump, and it's possible. It's absolutely possible. But from what we're looking at the macro level stuff, right, the level of buying pressure from the ETFs, right, the amount of buying pressure happening with the ETFs compared to the amount of selling, compared to the amount being mined per day. This is about to be halved in 60 days, and the buying pressure is increasing. The selling pressure is decreasing because this is not accurate anymore. It's actually less than this. And it's decreasing, causing Bitcoin to have, you know, a squeeze to the upside, because there's only about 2 million Bitcoin sitting on exchanges. And if we keep at this rate in the next 8 months or so, there's going to be no Bitcoin on exchanges. There's going to be no Bitcoin on exchanges. But yeah, guys, drop your questions. Muzz, thank you for joining the Telegram. Greatly appreciate it, man. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little bit of dinner here at the same time that I'm streaming. Let me see. What else do you guys want me to look at? When is the ETH ETF expected? It's expected in May. I believe it's May 10th. Around that time frame is when the Ethereum ETF needs to get approved, denied, or delayed, or whatever it is. I don't expect it to get approved in May, but I do expect it to get approved at some point this year, later in the year. Probably not in May. In May, it's probably going to be some type of delay or whatever or something. But I think we definitely get an ETF, Ethereum ETF by the end of the year. Mike Miller says, what happens if there's no Bitcoin on exchanges? Well, there's a solution to that, and it's called Satoshis. If you don't know this, some of you might not. It's not super common knowledge, but Bitcoin can be broken into fractional amounts, right? You can hold fractional amounts of Bitcoin. Within one Bitcoin, there is 100 million Satoshis. One Satoshi is the smallest denomination of a Bitcoin that you can send, transfer, use, whatever. So one Satoshi, there's 100 million in one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin contains 100 million Satoshis. As we see this demand increase and this supply shock take place, and we start to come less and less Bitcoin on exchanges, right? The price will have to increase, obviously, to evaluate the level of demand. The price has to increase with the supply shortage. We have to see an increase in price, and eventually, whether it happens this cycle, which I don't think it will, but by the end of the decade or a little bit further than ahead, I do believe at some point we're just going to be talking in Satoshis. Nobody's going to be talking about, I have half a Bitcoin, or I have 2 Bitcoin, or I have 10 Bitcoin. Everyone's going to be talking about, I have 500 Satoshis, I have 1,000 Satoshis, I have 1,000,000 Satoshis. People are going to be buying and transacting in Satoshis because there's just not enough for everybody. There's less than, if all the Bitcoin supply gets evenly distributed between everybody, every single human being, the 7 billion people on Earth, it is like everyone only gets a fractional amount of like 0.20 Bitcoin, something like that, like 20% of a Bitcoin. And there's obviously a lot less than that available for people due to the fact that there's been about 4 or 5 million Bitcoin lost from the beginning of Bitcoin's history. There's obviously a ton being accumulated by ETFs that we will never see. There is even a ton more bought up by MicroStrategy, which we're never going to see. All these massive buys that these institutions do leaves less and less and less Bitcoin available for anyone. Someone says, where do you see Caspa by the fourth quarter? Well, assuming the bull market continues here, all right, assuming the bull market continues and the market continues to pump, and if Bitcoin has an all-time high around that time or not, I definitely think Caspa, and I've dropped my Caspa price prediction video on YouTube as well. If you guys want to check that out, I got my Caspa price prediction over here, Ken at 30x. My base case for Caspa is $1, which is in a huge amount of momentum from where we're at right now. But I think it can go a lot higher than $1 as well. And my price predictions will shift with time as new information comes. But I think Caspa is going to perform very well in general. Clay the Great says, imagine a robbery, breaking, yo, give me them sats, fool. That's exactly very, very possible. Muzz says, Cockinu versus Pepe. Which one would you buy? I would buy Cockinu. Pepe, right? It's had its time. It did its thing. It's already reached $1 billion market cap or more or whatever. Cockinu hasn't. Cockinu is growing. Cockinu is gonna just melt faces. So I would hold Cockinu over Pepe. Mike Miller says, do you think it's sell in May and go away? Like, man, I don't sell in May and go away. I just don't work that way. I'm a long-term investor, dollar cost averaging for many years, since 2017, through multiple bear markets, through multiple bull markets. If you're a trader, it's a different mentality. I like to do both. I like to have a trading portfolio where I trade and I'm constantly working on taking profits and growing the dollar amount on my trading portfolio. In my crypto long-term portfolio, I'm not focused on the dollar amount. I'm focused on the crypto amount. How much Bitcoin do I have? How much Ethereum do I have? How much render do I have? How much Caspa do I have? How much Quant? How much whatever it is? And I'm just accumulating coins, tokens, whatever. I'm accumulating asset as much as possible. I'm not focused on the dollar amount. I don't care if May has a dip and we crash 20, 30% in May. Guess what I'm doing? I'm buying more, right? I understand everybody wants to buy tops and sell. Everybody wants to sell tops and buy bottoms. Realistically, very few people, if any, actually do that. Most people get wrecked. If you do sell one top, you think you're the greatest. Things dip a little bit. You're like, oh, we're gonna go a lot lower, and things quickly reverse right back up. People don't understand how irrational and how crazy bull markets recover from dips, and then you miss getting back in at a cheaper price point. You probably have to jump back in at a higher price point later in the bull market. So you always run that risk. Obviously, it's your money. You do whatever you want. If you want to sell in May and walk away, go ahead. But I don't do that. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you watching me over on YouTube, helping me get those 3,000 watch hours. Let's freaking go. Moses, by the way, I like your thought process from yesterday in terms of remaining in the market even when things were not looking good until things start turning around. Great insight. I appreciate it, man. Look, bro, I've been in the market since 2017. Like I said, I went through the entire bear market of 2018 losing money. I didn't make a single dollar in crypto. I started in 2017 and I didn't actually make a single dollar in profit, except for the 2017 all-time high, right, which was very short-lived. And then since then, I was literally for 3 years in the red in my portfolio, paying off a $16,000 loan, and I just kept paying off the loan and dollar cost averaging more and more and more and more. Can you talk about your stop loss strategy? Give me more context to that. You're talking about stop loss strategy in trading or stop loss strategy in long-term dollar cost averaging terms? Let me know and I can answer that question for you. Clay the Great says the world's best meme is going to be awesome when Charles Payne has to mention cock on Fox Business. That would be something to see for sure. Do you think STX could get in top 12? That's a good question. Let's go take a look at that. Stacks is number 24 right now. To get into the top 12, gotta get above $11 billion market cap. Oh, actually, that's not correct because all of these market caps are going to be increasing as well. So, can I see stacks moving up? Yeah, right. But things, like I said before, things move in waves. We have a moment where layer 2s will run. We'll have a moment where layer 1s run. We'll have a moment where metaverses run. So, can we have the moment when layer 2s run, right? STX is predicted to do very well in this bull run. It's the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin. Is it going to stay in the top 10, top 12? I wouldn't think so. Because the top 10 right now, the top 12, their market cap is going to be huge. ZTX. Let me look that up here real quick. I don't think I've heard of this. $64 billion market cap. 22% circulating supply. That's a red flag right there. Circulating supply is not bueno. But we got to take a look at when the token unlocks happen. If they're not happening anytime soon, then it has room to run. But if it has what you call it, token unlocks coming out frequently in the next year, then that's not going to be good for for the price to the upside. What is this coin about? Founded in 2022, blockchain initiates enables technology and IP, the largest metaverse in Asia with over 430 billion lifetime users, aims to offer virtual social networking venues for avatars in addition to, whoa, I've never heard of this, core pillars. Let's check out the website. Download and play. Interesante. Okay, let's check out their Twitter. 68,000 followers. 22 people that I know follow this crypto. So at the metaverse play, it's in Asia. I gotta look at the token unlocks when that's happening a little bit deeper on what else they're developing that makes them unique. But it's obviously a low market cap crypto for metaverse. So low market cap, 64 million, high risk, but could be high reward. So I can't tell you right now. It looks like a decent project, but I've only been looking at the surface. You got to do a deeper dive than that. It's up 16% in the last month, up 6%. The last year, it's up 100%. So it's been growing slowly and steadily. It hasn't had any like massive rip off, right? Like where it's like, whoa, just too late to get into this crypto. So it's been growing slowly and steady, which is good. Party needs a little bit more marketing done for people to hear about it and know about this metaverse. It's on the Arbitrum network, so it should be cheap for gas fees, which is good. That's bullish. Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Can't tell you if it's 100% sell or not, but low market cap, high risk, maybe a high reward. Who knows? BTCB on AVAX is the solution to layer 2 BRC20 tokens with the subnets. Dude, Clay the Great always dropping the alpha, bro. He's got all the AVAX alpha. This man needs to be a content creator. He needs to come on the show. You need to come on live with me one of these days, Clay. And we can go through all this AVAX alpha you got, bro. Cock in you for the meme coin, 100%. Still worth putting money into Pepe. Oh, I mean, for sure, right? It's always worth putting in some money. Look at Pepe just pumped like 36% today or something like that. Something crazy. Where's Pepe at? Pepe's over here. Pepe is up 62% in the day. 62% in the day. So obviously people are making money, right? 136% in the week. You can still make money for sure, right? But who's gonna time these things, right? Bonk is also another one, up 15%, 23%. That's money, right? It's not life-changing money, but it's money. Now, long-term investing, right? Let me see. What's Pepe's market cap at? Pepe's market cap is at 1.21 billion, right? Bonk is at 1 billion. Now let's look for Kakinu. All right. Let's look for Kakinu. Kakinu is at 132 million, right? Up 13%, 16%, 55% a month, right? If this thing runs to 100 to 1 billion, which I think is very possible, right? It's not listed on any major exchanges yet, and it has a huge community on AVAX behind it. I think this thing is going to be a face melter. A face melter for sure. Look at this bad boy. PNG, bro. PNG melting faces up 666% in the week. That's not a good number, but good in terms of massive uptrend, right? So huge gains have been made with PNG. Somebody was literally commenting on my video just earlier today saying they made $1,000. They were watching me talk about PNG. They jumped in and then it had the pump and they made a quick $1,000 like literally overnight because they were listening to me talking about DEX tokens and how they're not sexy, but they eventually will move and they will run pretty heavy. And bam, made some money. That makes me really happy. What do you think the next wave is? Man, you know, it's one of those things that's hard to predict. Nobody freaking knows, man. Nobody freaking knows. Whoever tells you that they know what the next wave is lying to you, right? I as a content creator try to keep it 100% as much as possible with everyone, because nobody truly knows when the next wave of anything is, right? AI could have a huge viral video come out tomorrow, some huge development in the AI world, not even in AI crypto, right? Just AI in general. And then the AI tokens rip off and have a massive run, right? Crypto gaming, something crazy can be announced for crypto gaming tomorrow, and all the crypto gaming tokens pump off, right? Something crazy can happen in the metaverse, and Mark Zuckerberg comes out saying something positive about the metaverse and some crazy development with the Oculus and something with crypto, and then boom, they blast off, and then all the metaverse coins start popping off. So nobody truly knows. You just got to be patient. You just got to be patient and wait it out, and hold your positions in the different sectors that you're in, and wait your turn. Your thoughts on Neon and AI Chlor? I have a position in AI Chlor. I don't know anything about Neon. I do have a position in AI Chlor. I think it's a huge competitor to Render, and it's way lower market cap, right? So if we look at Render, right, Render is up 11% in the week, 76% in the last month. Market cap 2.72 billion. Now let's look at Chlor. All right. Chlor AI is in the same exact industry, right? They're up 10%, 96% a month, only $58 million market cap. Only $58 million market cap. So can this thing run and compete against Render? Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why I'm holding a bag of Chlor. QAI looking good because of their lending, liquid staking, and rent a subnet for AVAX for a week. Dude, QI, right? Benki. I mentioned it in one of my previous videos. This is basically the Aave on AVAX, right? 113 mil market cap, been pumping like crazy, 42% up in the day, 43% this week, 57% the year, right? Look at Aave on Ethereum. 1.56 billion. Just how we have dexes throughout the different ecosystems that you kind of compare to Uniswap and where it could be going. Same thing is happening with these borrowing and lending platforms on the different sectors. On Solana, I believe it's called Jito, Jito, yeah, Jito, right? 282 mil market cap, right? On AVAX is Benki, QI, Benki, and there's a few others in other places. So those are the things you got to identify and look at, right? Where is the lending and borrowing that is then going to be fed into the DEXs, fed into the DeFi products? Where are those on these different ecosystems, and picking a position in there? It's like Aave and Lido. Yep, 100%, 100%, 100%. All right, guys. Let me see. Let's see what else we have here. Like I said, Pepe, right, can always be worth holding. You just never know what it can do, but it's already at $1 billion market cap. Can it go higher? Yeah, sure, why not? But realistically, what's going to make you more money? Something that hasn't hit $1 billion market cap yet, or something that is already at $1 billion market cap when you're talking about meme coins. So, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. My phone's about to die. I'm going to be signing off and finish eating my rice here. So greatly appreciate every single one of you guys in here. Smash those likes, hit that subscribe, join my private Telegram here on the link in the bio, in the description, whatever. Hit that subscribe. Get me to those 3,000 watch hours, guys, so we can really start rocking and rolling here. Until next time, see ya.